Hi everybody, how you all doing? Good day to you. Welcome back to another video on my channel. I wanted to do this video to respond to the current situation that was happening the past few days, that the northern farmers kind of stopped their farm produce from coming into the south, and the result is that food prices escalated and there was food scarcity and people cannot even afford it. So I wanted to make references to what is going on, especially in the case of people who are believing that they want to rule themselves, they want to have their own country. They have made up their mind that they want to be on their own, and this is a very important lesson to say that, okay, you want to be on your own, fine, but can you feed yourself? Do you have what it takes? Where are you going to bring your food from? And in the case that things begins to escalate and everybody begins to become everybody's enemies, where is your food going to come from? You don't have food now. I know that you don't have the capacity to grow food. It's just that everybody is not interested in tilling the soil and putting things in it. There is no interest in agriculture because maybe the return is not as huge, and the state governments are not interested in investing in agriculture. Like somebody was saying, all they do is just build one road, build another road here, and everybody will be clapping for them. Very narrow road that they even build, but people clap for them, and that is it. But there is no food. Food is always a problem. Food is scarce, it's expensive, and now just a little altercation, those ones, like, it's not as if they are not going to incur losses, because of course they are perishable goods. They need to go out quickly. If not, you can't even store them. If it is perish, you can't do anything with it. But if it is fresh and you have the intention to store it, you can store it and preserve it. But once it's bad, it's bad. There's nothing you can do with bad food. You throw it away. So obviously there will be losses on their side, because which other market do they want to take the goods to? I mean, the people in neighboring countries, like other smaller West African countries, I believe they have enough food, and I believe they will not be a bigger market than southern Nigeria, for example. But I see this as a lesson, and a thought-provoking lesson at that you cannot even have food. You don't have food bank. You don't have food security. There is no food. Just 2-3 days, everything is skyrocketed. So let's assume that this war where everybody is crying, we want to fight, we want to destroy everything. What about if it happens that the same thing that happened in the first time? People are going to starve in their millions to death. Once the other side cuts off food import, food supply, that's it. Nobody is going to have food again. There will be no food to eat. So what is all this ranting for the past how many years now? And everybody is made up their mind on this secession, but there is nothing on the ground, and the basis is food. A lot of people were saying we are going to cut off the oil to them, but oil is a government thing. Oil is a government thing. People that the oil is under their foot, they don't have control over the oil. They don't. So farming is an individual thing, something that people venture into, and they do it on personal basis, and the produce are theirs, so they can sell it as they wish. They can look for the best buyer, they can look for the best market on their own. It doesn't need government intervention. But when it has to do with crude oil and all these things, it becomes a government property. People don't have access to it. So there are two different things, and government is not going to cut the supply of oil to the north. And even if they do succeed in cutting the supply of oil, it's not going to affect the majority like we are thinking. I'm even looking at it that maybe it will be the city dwellers, maybe the rural areas. They would not even need fuel, because they may be working and doing their local agriculture, subsistence agriculture. They are not even mechanized agriculture most of the time. Most of the time it's just subsistence. Everybody is doing what they need to subsist and sell the rest and live off the rest. So my people, before you are looking for trouble, pointing finger at everybody is your enemy, everybody is bad, you are only one that is good, you don't have food. And what will it take for somebody to deal with you and do away with you? Food, the same food. You are causing problem, talking everywhere. You are failed to do your homework. So at a time like this, we shouldn't even be seeing any impact of anything that anybody is doing. If you have done your homework, if really there is something going on, because we keep telling you guys that nothing is going on, this is all hula baloo, this is just politics and taking you for a ride, riding on your emotion, on your pains and on your heart, but you don't want to have it, you don't want to listen. But look at it now, just 2.5 days or 3 days, there is no food, there is scarcity everywhere, or everything is hiked, or there is no meat, there's nothing. You don't have the backup, you don't have what it takes to sustain yourself, to feed yourself. So anything that you are doing in this life, you need food. Even if you want to go to war, you need food first. You need to have food. Even if you want to go to battlefront, you have to be fed and fit to strong enough to go. Food and health is related, because whatever you take into your body determines your health. And this is why during the Biafra time, a lot of people have kwashiorkor, lack of protein, because what only was available was maybe some carbs, no nutrition, no vitamins. So you see that malnutrition everywhere because there's no food. These days nobody wants to put anything in the soil, not even vegetables, not even pepper, not greens, not corn, nothing. So my people, this is a wake-up call. This is a wake-up call. I keep saying it, do your thing first. Everything has a way you can do it. You have control of the Southeast. Make use of this region that you have control of. Plant your own food, have your own food network, supply your own food first. This is the first thing that you can even do, and you are not able to do it. Some people think that the only way you can run a country is you go and import everything, like somebody already said when I did one of my programs. Import everything from China, and then you think you have your own country. But look at it now. Where is the food going to come from? Who is going to import the food to you? Who is going to give you that food now? If anything happens and you don't have access to food, where would the food come from? As soon as the food is cut off, so they don't need to do anything. They cut off the food supply and they sit back and watch. So yeah, my people, I just wanted to point out this thing because it's something that keeps recurring. I remember during the lockdown, I can't forget this video that somebody was throwing food, fufu without soup, like fufu without soup, and people were rushing. They wanted to collect that fufu without soup. And this is how bad it is. Just lockdown, not conflict, not that you cannot go anywhere, just lockdown. But now somebody is pushing for this escalation of hostilities. So if you make everywhere hostile, you make all your neighbors hostile, where is your food going to come from? Then if you really feel that this is really what you want to do, then start making the move to become self-sufficient in food. Provide your own food, have your own food supply, have your own food network, have your own food bank, so that if there is a crisis, you have a food bank where you can bring out and distribute to your people. But if you don't have all these things now, you don't even have roads to convey the goods from the villages to the market around the east. There is no road. And if people have not eaten, they can't even reason well. Their health is jeopardized. So my people, food first, food. Food. Everything you are hearing, if you have not eaten, forget it. It is still food that you're going to come back to. So why am I doing this video now? I'm thinking that this is a very big opportunity. This is the 1st of March, so it's the beginning of the planting season. Please make use of it if you live in the Southeast, if you live anywhere in the South and you have land. Use it and plant something on the soil for yourself, and I really hope that all these problems will be resolved and food will start flowing again. But still, have some vegetables around your house, like okra, like greens, like herbs. It used to be available. There's this one we call curry leaves. There's this one we call chow. You can put pepper. You can put legumes like groundnut, corn, simple things around the house that within 3 months they are germinated. You can be plucking it. Plant trees around your house. Fruits, mango, oranges, guava, all these kind of fruits. You should never lack around the house. please, my people, don't neglect agriculture. Tilling the soil and putting something in it is not suffering. It's a way of life. Like here, we don't have so much access to land, but the little we have pots. We put sand in it. We grow some things in it, especially in this time as summer is approaching and the weather is getting warm. We start doing it. We plant little things just to show the children where food is coming from, and we do it from now. Like now the sun is coming out up until sometime like September, and then winter comes, you can't do much, less if you have maybe areas where you have windows that are sun can come in there. You can put some little things there, like vegetables. But if you have access to land, for example, a little space anyhow, use it, especially around the house. Use it. And if you want to build a house, I would suggest that make some room for where there can be space. Don't put everything in concrete. Of course, I know why people put concrete, because it's very easy to manage, and grass, and maybe the case of maybe snakes and all those kind of a thing. But I think there are fumigators that come around and fumigate the whole place, so to avoid all those kind of invasion of scary animals and stuff like that. But yeah, it is doable, and this is something that points to it that first things first, my people. First things first. First thing is not carrying gun and shooting kakapupugo and shouting everywhere and rallying everybody and causing everybody and causing commotion. First things first. Do the groundwork. Build a food network. Secure food, and especially because the majority of people that lost their lives during Biafra was because of the lack of food, access to food. So why would you want to escalate hostilities again and you don't still have food? What magic do you expect to happen? Except, of course, nothing is going on. Somebody is taking your emotion, for a ride and enriching himself, knowing that nothing is going on anyway, but you don't want to have it. So yeah, before you do anything, this is a pointer to it. You have to be food secure. You need your own food. You need to have a secure source of food, and not just any kind of food, good food, nutritious food, so that you have good health and be able to be productive. Yeah, so I don't know if I'm missing anything, but we can talk. It's something that we can always continue talking about. So yeah, I hope you like this video. Give it a thumbs up, leave your comments behind, please be polite, and subscribe to my channel, and we'll see each other in another video. Bye for now. Bye.